Hello students, welcome to the next lecture series of Basic Electrical Engineering. Today we are going to see what is the efficiency of the transformer. Today we will see what is the efficiency of transformer. Last class we have seen the what is the losses present in the transformer, how they are going to affect on the efficiency of the transformer. Today we are going to see what is the exactly meaning of the efficiency and what are the factors that will affect the efficiency of the transformer. Today we are going to see that. Okay, so efficiency of any device will defined as the, so efficiency normally will represent with that is eta will be represented as output of transformer divided to input of the transformer. It is what we are going to define. Not only transformer, so what is the output of the machine divided by input of the machine. So for the transformer, output will be power. So power output in watts we can write power output in watts divided by power input in watts. In that way also you can power input in watts. In that way also we can write the efficiency of the transformer. So let us write in a mathematical form this equation. So if you write the efficiency of the transformer, first we will consider, so at any load, okay, we are considering at any load power factor is defined, that is efficiency is defined as the output, power output in watts divided by power input in watts. So let us write what is the power input for power input in watts we can write. So what is the power input in watts we can write it as, that is V1 is the supply voltage for the primary winding, I1 is the current flowing in the primary winding, and cos phi 1 is the primary winding power factor. So V1 I1 cos phi, so where we can write it as V1 is the primary applied voltage, that is primary applied voltage, I1 is the current flowing in primary current, or primary current we can say simply. Next phi 1, that is cos phi 1 is the power factor, that is power factor of the primary winding, that is the power factor of primary winding. So in this way we can say these are the terms which are used, V1 I1 cos phi 1. Let us write efficiency. We can write the efficiency as, that is power output can be defined as, so output is also you can define in another way, output should be supplied for input minus losses, that is the total losses, or in another way you can say it as input has to supply total output power plus total losses. In that way also you can say the definition of the input. So we can write now output, we can write as input minus total losses. So I can write it as here in the numerator input minus total losses divided by, once again I am writing it as input. So input minus, what are the total losses we have seen in the last video, that is copper losses, okay, minus iron losses. These are the two major losses which are occurring in the transformer, divided by input we can say, that is the input power. So I am writing it as in mathematical form, that is input power we can write it as V1 I1 cos phi 1 minus copper losses we have written it as I1 square into R01, that is minus, simply I am representing iron losses with Wi divided by V1 I1 cos phi 1. So let us divide individual terms. First term, if you divide with this here and here, you will get it as 1 minus, I am separating, I1 square R0 1 divided by V1 I1 cos phi 1 minus Wi divided by V1 I1 cos phi 1. So this is the efficiency. Okay, we will write it to the equation as in form of the, this is the efficiency equation. And if you want to write the condition for maximum efficiency, so this is also very important. Condition for maximum efficiency. Condition for maximum efficiency. For this we will use the differentiation tool, mathematical tool, making with respect to I1, that is I1 is only variable, because V1 if you vary, I1 will vary. So I1 is variable here, so we can consider it as I1 is present in every equation. So that is d eta by di1 is equals to, if you make it as equals to 0. So if we consider the first term here, this first term, differentiation of a constant will become 0. So first term will become 0 minus, so here here I1 and here I1 will get cancelled, only one I1. So one differentiation means you will get it as R01 divided by V1 cos phi 1, R01 divided by V1 cos phi 1 plus here Wi. So here in the numerator it is having, that's why you are going to get plus sign, and you will get it as V1 I1 square, I think so, you know the differentiation, cos phi 1 is equals to 0. So you will get it as Wi divided by V1 I1 square cos phi 1 is equals to R01 divided by V1 cos phi 1. So cos phi 1 will gets cancelled, V1 also will gets cancelled. So what will get? So after final cancellation, Wi is equals to, you will get it as I1 square into R01. What is this? These are the iron losses or core losses, is equals to, what is this? These are the copper losses. So this is the derivation. So to get the maximum efficiency, what you have to do? You have to make the iron losses is equals to copper losses. It's not the vice versa, because iron losses are, we know already, these are the constant losses, constant at any load condition. That's why you have to make it as this variable losses, make it equals to a constant value. So that is what you have to remember. So iron losses must be, that is copper losses must be equals to iron losses, it's not the vice versa. Okay, so this is the condition for maximum efficiency. So from the above equation also you can say it as, so we can write it as copper losses for transformer. You see here, copper losses for transformer, that is Wi is equals to, you can write it as I2 square into R02 also, that is also you can write. So what is I2? You can write it as, that is Wi divided by R02 under root. So this is the current, this is the load current at which you are going to get the maximum efficiency. So this is the load current at which you are going to get the maximum efficiency. So this is also one of the question they are asked in the external exam. So what you can write? I2 you can write as under root of Wi divided by R02 also, because I can write the copper losses are I2 square into R02 also, right? So whenever you have the another, if you see this another formula for the efficiency of the transformer at any load condition, that is also you can take, that is a very important. So if you see here, copper losses, if you see X is the kVA, let us consider the efficiency. So W, as you know already, that is iron losses are constant losses, iron losses are constant losses. So to get the maximum efficiency, what you have to do? you have to make iron losses is equals to copper losses. That is what you already know. So X is the kVA. Let us consider X is the kVA output at which efficiency is maximum. So at what fraction of the load the efficiency will be a maximum condition we are going to see. So we can consider copper losses is proportional to full load kVA. Copper losses is proportional to full load kVA whole square. Okay. And iron losses we can write it as is equal to the copper losses at X kVA. So we can consider that is iron losses is proportional to X square. So from the above equations we can say it as, so if you observe, we have told that these two on the left hand side are equal, so that what will happen, we can write it as X by, we can write as full load kVA entirely whole square for this is equals to, that is iron losses divided by copper losses. So whether you understand or not, you see here iron losses are constant losses, they are maximum at when iron losses is equals to the copper losses. Let us consider one X is the fraction of the output at which you are going to get the maximum efficiency. So copper losses will depends upon the load, because if you observe this copper losses, if you observe this equation of the copper losses, they are depending upon the, what is this load I2 current, that is the load current. So depending upon the load current they are varying. That means, so if copper losses will depends upon full load kVA whole square. Okay. So iron losses are also equals to copper losses at X kVA. That is what X we have considered at which the maximum efficiency are going to get. That is why I made it as Wi is proportional to X square. So what you are going to get, X you can write it as, that is full load kVA into under root of Wi divided by WCU. Okay. So this is also one of the important formula you can consider. So X is the fraction of full load kVA where you are going to get the maximum efficiency. So full load kVA into iron losses divided by copper losses. So in another form also you can write the efficiency of the transformer. So the efficiency, this is a very important formula, the efficiency of transformer at any load and power factor is given by, so we can write as, that is efficiency at X fraction, that is X into, very important, kVA into 1000. Why this 1000 is because of kVA, kilovolt is there, into power factor divided by, same thing you have to write once again, kVA into 1000 into power factor plus iron losses plus X square times of copper losses. Why this X? Because this is the fraction of the load we are considering. Copper losses will depends upon the load, that's why you have to consider this X. So if where, let us write that what is the value of X. X is equals to load expressed as the fraction of full load. So if you take X is equals to 1 means, what is the meaning of that? It is the fully loaded condition here. If X, if you consider that is half loaded. So in the problems they will give it as transformer is half loaded, like that they will give. So that is the meaning of that. So X you have to consider. This is also very important, what I am highlighting now. So this formula you have to learn and you have to remember for external exam. This is the very important formula. Okay, so normally the students will do the mistake here. Don't forget this X, and here also X is the fraction of the full load condition. So that's all for today's class. We'll stop for today's. So I think so the syllabus is also ended up the transformer. Let us see once what is the syllabus it is there. So for the transformer, you see the transformer, so condition for maximum efficiency we have derived, and what is the variation of the losses with respect to the load, that is also we have derived now. So losses. So and you may get the doubt, so sir, how you got this equation? This equation, actually this is there in for electrical students, the clear derivation it is given, but for BW level they are not given in the syllabus. That's why you have to remember this formula. Okay, only this formula you have to remember. That's all for today. Thank you very much.